the pressure onto. I'm just looking this up because, yeah, it is interesting. I've not seen a Clinks in a pro game for a long time.
I have seen it, but I haven't seen it in the mid lane. Especially not the games I've casted. Now I'm trying to think if there was way too many games on TI. I don't know. They're just a blur. But overall, tournament before it, I did see some Clinks, mostly position 4 and mostly in teams that can flex him on both position 4 and 1. And it was Solar Crest Deso mostly the build, because you are tanky on your own.
So are you... Sorry, I'm just watching because they are going to be getting close to VTune here, but VTune backs himself away. 3 heroes, 4 heroes making a move over to the Luna, but the Luna not going to be in too much danger. Do you then, with this Pangolier coming out, are you not too worried about your tower in the mid lane falling? Do you think Moonlight is going to have a little bit of a license to roam, to to get aggressive on the side lanes and look to try and maybe win the lanes, help win those side lanes?
Pango can be nasty because he can push out the wave with 2 of his spells, and he builds into the Orb of Corrosion, so tower can take a solid amount of damage.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, that the Pango does rotate quite a lot himself, so I think that you're probably going to try to match it with the speed of the Clinks.
Okay, well, we're going to see Roger here being chased down. Trample damage coming out now as well. Does he get himself away from this one? It is a lot of damage over the top. It looks like that's going to be the first blood. Roger will go down, and the chase... Crystallize, how's it going to look in terms of bounty runes? It looks like it's just going to be, what's that, a 2 for... No, a 3 for 1, but you still get first blood, so that's not a bad trade.
It's solid. It's kind of the standard one. If somebody's getting a first blood, they might lose an extra rune, and it is just what it is. The thing is, though, that I like is that Ramses is playing the Dragon Knight. This is something that he played a lot, even from the carry position.
Yeah.
So it is definitely a hero that he is that he's well known for, and shouldn't really have any issues making it work.
No, again, in that last game, that 70-minute game, he was playing the Dragon Knight, got up to, and that was kind of the plan, right? The Manta-style illusions with the Black Dragon, send them in, try and take down the Ancient, because he got all the way through, they took the tier 4s, he tried to get in, and the last fight, if that went just a little bit different, I know there was a Shadow Demon, so Disruption potentially saved the game for them, and 9 Pandas, he just couldn't fight through it long enough, so he's shown already today that he can play the hero, he can make it work, and I'd say he's probably one of the better Dragon Knights in the pro scene, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you have felt the hero on various positions, you know it in and out, which items are good for which game, and you just don't stay with the standard. Even though it's mostly standardized with the build of the Dragon Knight, you might know, okay, I'm better off getting a Blink now, better off getting a Midas now, better off getting a first item BKB. Those are all the things that can matter.
Yeah, and we'll see. Just taking a look at the mid lane, there's a lot of pressure being put on, but at the bottom lane, Dragon Knight here, he's going to be chased down. There's going to be a really nice tag team coming out. Eknart, though, Sakuchi gets the kill. And I suppose, technically, you are playing up against 3 heroes in this lane with the Lone Druid, his Burr, and the Walrus himself, so it's a little bit harder here once that tag team comes out, because that's a whole lot of damage to stack up.
The tag team really does hurt. It hurts quite a lot, and it is gonna continue to do so. I'm kind of surprised that, I guess you cannot really start off with the Dragon's Blood, but it really did hurt him at the start for him taking some damage.
So how do you try and play around this lane, though? Like, say, potentially you have the 2 heroes in the hero unit. How can you not be aggressive at all in this lane, do you think?
As a Dragon Knight, the thing is that you need to itemize for early items, and we're seeing that he did that. 3 gauntlets and the Ring of Protection. Very rarely you're gonna see the Ring of Protection on a Dragon Knight as, well, you get 4 armor on level 1, right, if you want to skill up the Dragon Blood, so it doesn't make much sense. But in this kind of a scenario, you really don't want that tag team to hurt you as much as it can.
Okay, we'll see here, backlines. Weaver trying to do what he can against Eknart. Do you just have to... Does the Snowball... He's trying to steal the Lotus here. He's going to be taking a lot of damage, and it looks like he's not even going to be able to get that one. So he's got to be careful on Afro Ninja, because that Weaver, not a decent amount of armor, but, really susceptible to damage with only 500 health at the minute.
Yeah, Weaver can very easily die. If you don't have the Shikuchi on level 1, it is a pretty solid downtime. So you could be in trouble. In those 11 seconds, they can blow you up. So yeah, he always needs to be careful. From level 1, you could see that his positioning was pretty solid, and if he would come into a bad position, he would instantly run into the trees, start juking until he gets his Shikuchi back.
Yeah, take a look at the last hits. Both the Pangolier as well as Luna hit 20. They're over 20 now, so looking good for them. Infernal's going to be taking some harass from Roger. Looks like Roger not going for any points into the Impetus here, but will be chased down by the Tomato as well as the Enchantress, so Infernal has to move himself away. And yeah, no points into the up. Roger just went straight into that onslaught to try and, I guess, either close the gap or try and escape if he is slow like this. The Tomato, look at him, Infernal. He's going to be at a snail's pace. The trample comes out, the slows are going to wear down. He's going to try and farm this neutral camp before he goes down here, and Geo's easy rotates in as well, but Roger is just absolutely bullying this Primal Beast at the minute.
And he's gonna continue to do so. There is a healing Lotus, so the Primal Beast will most likely live, but it's only barely, and it just goes to show how strong the Enchantress can be in this lane. It is not an Enchantress Klinks lane that we were... It is 2 range heroes. We kind of mentioned it, that it could be a Klinks plus something, or a Weaver plus something in the range heroes. But with the Enchantress, range heroes do work. You don't have to have a melee one, and we're seeing just how powerful they can be, just with the constant harass onto Infernal and Geozizi.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that he went for no points into the Impetus, but it seems like, you know, he has made this build work. He's looking all right with this one. Forcing the lane right back towards the Radiant Tower here. Infernal taking a lot of damage. In fact, they're going to be able to get another kill bottom lane, though. Did they get the kill onto the Dragon Knight again? Dragon Knight trying to use that Fire Breath to do what he can to reduce the damage, but they already lost that Weaver, and that's your highly mobile. That's your escape hero here. Already being taken down. I assume there was a... Let's actually take a look at the death summary, see if there was a... No, there wasn't a root. It was just a snowball stun that kept him locked down long enough to take so much damage that he died.
And the thing is that the Lone Druid is very close to the Diffusal Blade. Once you get that, this Dragon Knight is never escaping. He's just not going to move.
And let's take a look at the mid lane. There is going to be a rotation off of Ninja getting a D-ward out here as well, so there is going to be a ward on the high ground here. Moonlight probably going to stick to the other side. Shield Crash comes in underneath the tier 1 tower, though. There's going to be TP. Are they going to be able to do anything with the rolling through it? Looks like they try and go for Afro Ninja once again, and Moonlight just going to try and deal with the swarm unit. Infernal's going to rotate around now as well. Kiyotaka, he's going to be caught out. Ice Shards, he's going to be bounced around now as well. Icarus Dive comes out. Do they have the damage to get the kill? Looks like backlines. They might try and focus onto Afro Ninja again, but they don't have the Sentry to see him in the Sakuchi, and Moonlight's going to go for the chase down. Afro Ninja slowed down once again by Eknar, and Moonlight, does he want to change targets onto Kiyotaka? It looks like Afro Ninja and Eknar are going to try and go for different targets here. Kiyotaka taking some damage, but in the end, only the Phoenix died, and it was taken down by... Was that Roger? No, it was Afro Ninja in the back line.
It was he was just running in the back, and this is the thing. Also, another reason why the Weaver is good versus the Phoenix. Sometimes you use the dive and you think you're out, but the Weaver is the type of hero that can actually run you down, and the Phoenix is usually in these early fights very, very low on HP.
Yeah, he's actually going to be going all the way through now as well. What's the gold needed for the Spirit Vessel? So about another 1450. Big pickup if they can get it. You know, try and throw it onto Crystallize. Dive the Lone Druid himself. Stops any big dives coming through from the Phoenix, you know, unless he's got his egg there as well, because it's going to cost him even more health to do it. But there is the Diffusal Blade up now for the Burr.
Yeah, that's scary. That is very scary for the Dragon Knight. It's good that they allowed Ramses to get some solo experience. He's still farming well despite the one death and getting close to it a couple of times, but this Diffusal will put him in harm's way. Yeah,
Eknar gonna waste some time. Does he deny him? No. I thought you might try to go for the neutral deny there, but he's wasted, what, 2-3 heroes times there as Ramses carries on farming, but there was a rotation. While this is going on, you're going to be able to get the kill onto Vichu, and Vichu, no way he gets himself away from this. The damage is just way too much. Infernal picks up the kill, and all of a sudden, Vichu, you know, he's going to be put on the back foot net worth-wise. Top of that net worth, but only by a little bit, and the Burr is doing work in the jungle.
Now, with him being dead, the Lone Druid should take over, at least for some time. Both the Lone Druid and the Luna are fast farmers, though, of course, Luna takes the win there for sure. If she's allowed to stay in the jungle, to stay in the lane, she will be getting more farm than the Lone Druid.
Yeah, diff late. Ramsey's going to be slowed down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, looks like we're going to see a 3v3 fight break out on Roger. He might already been gone down. Yeah, he's taken away. Eknar gets the kill. Going to be the rotation of Afro Ninja, but with Roger already dead, Moonlight gets that bottled regen rune now as well. Eknar, does he want to come in onto this one? Afro Ninja, I mean, he's not scared of stepping up though.
And again, we see the Phoenix low, right? So
Yeah.
if the Weaver could see him, maybe Alpha Ninja goes for that one. Of course, the Phoenix does have wand charges and the Fairy Fire, but this is kind of the idea how this Weaver can, at least in the early stages of the game, get a little bit more gold on the Phoenix. Despite all of this, despite the game seeming equal, all three of the cores of 9 Pandas are topping the network chart currently.
Well, Ramses... He ain't having a good time, though. Yeah, it was a good rotation from Moonlight. You know, quick kill as well. And like you said, as soon as that Diffusal Blade came out, there was nothing that the Dragon Knight could do.
Yeah, he can't solo kill him, as the Diffusal Blade is also physical damage, right? So if your mana is burned, it's not like the Dragon Knight takes any damage from this one. But it does give you the lockdown potential for any kind of rotation to come over and for you to be able to get the kill.
Kiyotaka, does he want to step forward here? They're going to try and go for this one, but the backlife dive onto Roger once again. Primal Beast comes in, they've got the control, they have the damage now. Kiyotaka is going to try and do what he can with the shield crash shield. Does he roll in Thunder? Kiyotaka, he's got to be careful, because that Rolling Thunder is going to be wearing off Infernal, though. Doesn't have a Blink Dagger to catch up, nothing like that. So he will get the Pango out, or he's going to be able to roll himself away, but it's still a really nice quick dive onto Roger, and Roger's dead before he really knows what's hit him.
Even though he isn't getting much from the Rolling Thunder, we always see Kiyotaka. He got it off. He gets the most out of it, does the most damage, and gets out just in the nick of time.
Yeah, absolutely knows the limits of this hero, it seems like.
That was a really fast smoke from Team. Very nice read from the Dragon Knight, though it seems like he just wanted to go and farm. Roger, on the other hand, he wanted to get a little bit of the experience in the lane, and well, we know how that ended.
Yeah, he wants that. I can't even say he wants the 6. He maybe wants that first point into the Impetus, because he's gone for double heals, double enchant, and this is where it seems like the build falls off a little bit here for the Enchantress. Really not putting the damage output that you expect from this hero back onto the side of Team.
9 Pandas really aren't playing clean Dota, you know, for a team with these names in it, with their performance throughout the year, with Kiyotaka definitely being, I'd say, one of the, maybe even the most promising, newly established player recently. They're not playing on that good of a level.
No, and Kiyotaka comes in with a double damage room, might be able to take down the Burr. The Burr's going to try and turn, actually. Rolling Thunder comes in. Do they want to go for this one? They might be able to get on a lone druid. This is going to be big. If they get the kill onto Crystallize, he's only just resummoned that Burr to make sure that Kiyotaka didn't get the extra goal, but it looks like they're going to try and get themselves away. The root comes out. Alpha Ninja, Walrus Punch to get the kill. And they can go for even more. And again, Roger's only level 5, so he doesn't have that point into the untouchable. Roger, can he get himself away from this one? He's looking very touchable here at the minute. And Eknar, well, he's getting low. Kiyotaka, he's got the last of that double damage room, trying to do what he can, but yeah, no shield crash. He's already used it now, and he's trying to get himself up to the high ground. Does just, but the snowball comes in. The root on the Burr. They're going to be able to get the kill. There's no way he gets himself away from this one. Kiyotaka burns down Crystallize, and the Sunray do the damage, and he goes bye-bye.
That was just some beautiful footwork from Kiyotaka, but he overextended, there's no doubt about it. You saw how when they used the snowball onto the high ground, he just stood near the edge, knowing that that's going to allow them to spawn on the in the river. And he thought that would be enough to escape, but not really the case, as the bear was not in the snowball. He went around and actually got towards his target.
And you can see that, I mean, net worth-wise, the Luna is on top, but now, yeah, 9 Pandas, the other 2 cores are starting to fall behind, and I think you've got to give it to them. It's like you've got 3 new players on your team. You only formed a couple of days ago. You know, you've got Ramses, who's gone from the carry to the off lane, so it's a little bit of an adjustment period, but 11-3 at 12 minutes in, team, you know, I really didn't think they'd be doing this well up against 9 Pandas.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well for themselves. Of course, they're not super far ahead. The game is still even, despite there being a big difference in terms of kills. In terms of net worth, it is dead even.
Yeah. And I guess we already saw this morning, right? In the first series, Bet Boom, that first game, you know, they were 12 kills behind, but they were only a couple of K net worth behind, and then one big fight swings it, they get the farm on the map, and all of a sudden, it just goes Bet Boom's way.
Yep, it can happen. The experience is definitely on the 9 Panda side, but they don't have that big old captain any longer.
No. Kiyotaka in the mid lane is going to try and go for the Rolling Thunder. Does he get himself away? Yeah, I mean, Solo is only on a break. He's already said that he wants to do at least one more year in the pro scene, so he's not left the team. He's only on a break. I think Antares is on a break as well for the rest of the year, so it is a bit of a mismatched squad at the minute. But there is, Solo comes back. Maybe they do look like their old selves, like those TI attendees that we saw only a couple of months ago.
And also Kiyotaka has been given the captain, so just trying to train this new guy Ramses. He probably, speaking of, he's dead, but he probably remembers when he was given the captaining in Virtus Pro, when they were literally trying to build the team around him, his ideas, and his understanding of the game.
And you can see, though, that team, they've got this early amount of pressure. They know what they want to be doing here. They're just roaming as 4-5 heroes. They said, laning stage is over, lads. We're going to be looking to take down your towers, and it's going to be up to you to try and stop us.
And they're going to steal the Wisdom Rune as well, and that is a big deal. They're also using the scan immediately to see if their own Wisdom Rune is being stolen, and that is not the case. So Team should be taking both of the 14-minute Wisdom Runes, which is a big deal.
Yeah, GeoZZ even going to be able to get some solo XP in the mid lane before he tries to move over to it, which he will do. The Weaver, though, might actually go for that one. Okay, no, just find some farm around the tier 1 tower. Actually going to go for the Lotuses. So yeah, going to be a free Wisdom Rune here for GeoZZ, not contested, or maybe not. Did he actually save it for Infernal? Looks like they are going to give it over to somebody. Take it. Come on, lads.
Okay, so in the end, Infernal does take it, but it seemed like Eknart really wanted it, though one would argue that Tusk already has all of the levels that he really needs.
Well, I think Eknart got the second... did they get the kill on top of Ninja here? They do! Damn! And yeah, I think Eknart was the lowest level in the game, so it was Infernal and Eknart that got the XP from the Wisdom Rune.
Okay.
So they were just being polite. You take it. No, 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 no. You take it. No, no, no. You take it. I insist. And then obviously the Primal wanted the levels there as well. So ended up him taking it. Speaking about taking it, I think they're going to have to take down Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka, Rolling Thunder is going to come right back onto Moonlight now as well. But Eknar's going to be here. Do they get them? No, they don't get any kills from this. And he's going to be able to Rolling Thunder all the way back to his side of the map.
While that was happening, they were targeting Crystallize as well, and in the end he got his ulti off, his bear got low, but they didn't get anything done.
Well, there's going to be an Eclipse coming through now. Moonlight might go down. He's going to be saved by the Snowball for a little... No, he's going to be dead. That's what he's going to be. Sunray comes through, and they do take down V-Tune. So, iShots, Ramsey's going to get himself away from this one. There's a little gap for him to walk through. Kiyotaka's going to try and back up his teammate here. Back lines, Kiyotaka on the river. So, not on the high ground there, will be able to just walk himself away.
It's still a win for Team as you killed Luna, which is kind of the sole win condition for 9 Pandas. Of course, yeah, the Dragonite and the Pango can be really mean late game heroes, but currently you are allowing V-Tune to farm. He has been farming for 16 minutes and then he just dies, so it's kind of a disaster.
GeoZZ, he gets low, but he had literally 1 second, and now it's going to put Roger in an overextended position here. Does he go down? Crystallize on the high ground. It's going to be the Sunray coming through. Roger's going to try and use the heals as well as the stick charges, the 1 charges. Infernal on the back lines. Do they have the control into Kiyotaka? Kiyotaka, that shield control, it's already gone. So the shield crash, yeah, tried to keep him alive, and it just disappeared under Infernal here. Infernal with the Blade Mail, didn't even need to pop it. Just going to go straight for this heart.
And this is gonna be an easy mid lane tower. We all know how fast the Lone Druid can take this one down, and Moonlight isn't playing around either. This Clinks is approaching the death, so the damage output is gonna be insane. Physical damage output the team are gonna be having is insane, and the thing is, you currently don't have anybody to build ACs, to build Shivas. Those are late game luxury items, and when you're losing, late game luxury items might never come out.
They might lose Ramses. Ramses has a little bit of vision here, but he's going to be caught out. Yes, the Snowball comes in, the control, the damage, and the dragon will be slain.
With mostly physical damage as well, right? Primal Beast is the only one doing magical there, and Dragonite shouldn't be susceptible to it, but he got melted.
Yeah, tag team physical damage there as well. Infernal's going to be slowed down, pops his Blade Mail. He's a tanky boy, but not for heroes tanky here, as he will be able to get this kill here. Chases on Eknart. Can he get himself away from this one? Sentry's going to be dropped. Back lines, Afo Ninja. Does he give up the chase? He's actually going to carry on coming, but the rest of the team, the Lone Druid's going to come through the Twin Gate. This might be a big surprise here. Who's going to walk up high ground? He gets spotted out. Afo Ninja was the reveal. Snowball's going to come through. Did he have any dust or anything? He's going to catch himself in the corner now as well. He gets that time lapse off, but still, Sunray, the damage isn't going to be able to get the kill with the Spirit Vessel. He's going to get pretty darn low. That Spirit, the Fiery Spirit, I don't think it connected. It didn't. By the skin of his teeth, by the... I don't know. Did he really Really, he did. He got himself out. He heals himself up with his own Spirit Vessel, and I think he got down to about 100 health, but still gets himself away twice.
Yeah, Rob, I don't know what bugs have either. Maybe a carapace or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, he had the Spirit Vessel on him, but he had the wand charges. So even though it was a reduced heal, it was still there. And well, Roger helped him with the Nature's Attendant, so it just wasn't enough damage. But it was very, very close.
How does this game go? Like, oh, we'll see if the Weaver's going to be able to escape another time. Third time is the charm for Team here, as they do get the kill. Afro Ninja, no ultimate to get himself out, no time lapse there. He only had one Spirit Vessel charging, like I say, the one magic one. I mean, he's going for no boots. That Spirit Vessel into, I guess, a gem. So he's relying on that Sakuchi move speed, and once that's down, you know, you are a slow bug.
Yeah, you definitely are. But overall, 9 Pandas, despite giving away so many kills, in terms of net worth, they're still doing well. The Dragonite now has BKB, so the tag team damage isn't going to be that big of an issue for him. Overall, it's looking solid for them. What's not looking solid is that Team, they went into the Roche Pit, and considering the amount of physical damage they do, this is going to be a fast one.
Really fast one. Desolator's out now for the Clinks, going right back towards the Hex, so he's going to be happy with just the brown boots, it seems like. And with the move speed coming out from the Skeleton Walk, you know, why wouldn't you be? He's going to be able to get himself the edges, so they give it to him and not the Lone Druid. Interesting.
A Lone Druid is very hard to kill. If you get your ulti off, there's like a huge percent of a chance that you're getting out alive, especially you have the Sunray heal, you have the Snowball save. It is very, very tough to bring this hero down.
Does he have his 50 Wraith Bands yet? No. He's going to be going for the Shard, though.
Oh, well, it definitely does help. You know, the basic Dispel, removing the Spirit Vessel is a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, V-Tune. And I suppose the Shard links it, right? So yeah, the doesn't matter who casts it, you know, both of them do get it.
Yep.
Okay, that is nice. Tier 2 tower being put under a little bit of pressure. Are they going to try and trade off a tier 2 in the mid? It doesn't look like it. It might be a tier 2 bot for a tier 2 top. But Team, they have the advantage over this. Yeah, it looks like they might try and save this one. At least Aknart TPs to defend. Everybody else gonna leave him alone. In fact, he could be vulnerable to a 3-man gank here. No, the TP's gonna come in from the Primal Beast now, setting up for Roger. Do they get the damage coming through now as well? Spirit Vessel onto the Tusk, but on the back lines, will do trample damage. Do you want to go for the Pulverize after this one now as well? And it's still not for... He didn't catch... He cancelled it! No way!
Yeah,
they're gonna be able to get the try back onto Afro Ninja now as well. Sunray comes through. Snowball. Do they get the kill? It's going to be a time lapse now onto Afro Ninja once again. Trying to escape. They do get the kill onto Roger. And Afro Ninja, he's trying to run himself away from this one because it's a Wraith Band of his own, but he should... Yeah, he will be dead.
It took super long as everything went wrong in terms of catching them. If you look at the teams, he got the time lapse off as he was like single digit HP or something. And I mean, in the end, it just bought time, but not the worst of deaths, right? Because Team, they really did put a lot of emphasis onto killing them, and it was on their side of the map, close to their tower. It really did give 9 Pandas a little bit of time to delay the Aegis timer.
So you've got 22 minutes into this, you're 20 to 5, but 9 Pandas are a 2k net worth lead up. You've got your Dragon Knight with your BKB now. You know, what are you really looking for next? Is it the Luna's got her BKB as well? Are you going Shard before you start to get aggressive on 9 Pandas?
Even when you get the Shard, you need to wait for this Aegis to expire. The Clinks is hard to kill already, and he does massive amounts of damage. You should not fight into this. This is the timing of Team, and you are still ahead if you're 9 Pandas. So just wait it out a little bit. Wait for that Luna to be ready. Wait for the timing of Team, mainly their Aegis to expire, and then you can start looking for plays.
Okay, well, Shard bought up by the Luna, so we're going to have that damage reduction here. Aegis has 2 minutes left, so you have a 2-minute window on this. Team. Is it just, you know, maybe take this last tier 2 tower in the mid lane? But it looks like 9 Pandas are actually going to smoke up on this.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
They're trying to surprise somebody, though I don't know if Klinks is the best target, especially with the cavalry coming from the right.
Yep, he's got that Aegis, and now, well, what have you expect to get into this now as well? They've got the fear onto the Dragonite, and Moonlight comes right back into this one. Speaking about Moonlight, Eclipse will be used now as well. Look at the right click coming out from Vichun as well. He's just ripping through heroes. Kiyotaka with the double kill. Crystallize has to get himself away, resummons that burr. But 9 Pandas now, they are in this driving seat. Crystallize, he's only just resummoned that. If this goes down, he is going to be in a lot of trouble now. The roll comes out, going to try and go for the TP. Yeah, nothing to stop it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That fight was a perfect setup for Team. But the thing is that the Phoenix used the egg in the most obvious position, thinking that nobody's going to be going for him. But the thing is, the Klinks was on the other side. He couldn't connect with the damage, so that allowed 9 Pandas to just run towards the egg with the Luna BKB, and then it was an easy takedown. The second that the egg dies, the fight is over. So if he just wasn't that confident and went dive onto the high ground and then used the egg, we probably would have seen a different fight.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, Vichun, he knows he's got his ultimate up, he's got the BKB, pops his ultimate, just runs into the middle of everybody, Mask of Madness goes, and he just flings out those right clicks, does so much damage, and ended up taking down a good couple of heroes there. Well, I mean, it was Kiyotaka that got the kill credit, but Vichun doing a lot of damage in that fight.
Yeah, the thing is, Luna is one of those heroes that even when you're attacking the egg, you're hurting them, right? Luna, the Gyro, these are the type of heroes that don't really care. And everybody on the side of Team, they want to stay close to the egg, but the thing is, then the Glaives, they kind of rip you apart.
Oh, Infernal trying to be cute here. He's going to toss the ball. Nope. Swashbuckle away. Pangolier is going to be A-okay here. Teammates were a little bit too far behind him, and it was cute there from the Primal Beast, but going to Heart Blade Mail with no blink, he wants that BKB next as well, so it means that your gap close options are a little bit limited.
Being cute with the Primal Beast, it is very tough. He doesn't really look like a cute guy, does he?
I mean, no, not really. I can't even like pretend that I have something to say, but yeah.
They did force out the Rolling Thunder. It's not too bad. It is kind of a low cooldown spell, but it does give you some kind of a downtime where you might be able to apply pressure.
Yeah, they have another minute here. Oh, the TP into the middle and Kiyotaka. This is where they've rotated in. They want this last tier 2 tower. So Kiyotaka, does he... No, he's going to be fine in the trees. He doesn't get aggressive. He doesn't push up. They see Infernal. So they might just let some of this harass go. But I guess the Tusk isn't there. So Team, do they want to group up onto this one?
If somebody was maybe showing on the top lane, Kiyotaka might have made a mistake. This way, he is aware that his life is most likely being hunted, as nobody's showing on top. That is where they attacked him. Nobody really TP'd to the bottom lane. This is where they have to be.
Roger getting out again by the fluff on his hoofs. By that TP, the right click being slowed down only 1 point into the untouchable, just enough to keep him alive, but it might not be the same for the Luna. The Luna is going to be taking a lot of damage, goes down. Eknot gets the credit for the kill, and even these illusions going to be cleaned up here. Really big open in the next 60 seconds without a Luna. What can Team do with this?
That is a huge one. That is the highest net worth hero on the side of 9 Pandas. This is a push for sure. Even with the glyph, they're gonna rip through this tower.
Yeah. So let's see. Walrus Punch comes out. They've got the jump onto Roger now as well. He will go down eventually. Sunray coming through from GeoZZ. Backlines. Exon's going to get pretty down low. Did he get the kill? Kiyotaka going to try and do what he can. Blade Mail popped here from the Primal Beast. The damage coming through. It's going to be a lot, but they're still sustaining. They've only got 1 kill onto a support. Sunray onto that Supernova now as well. Ramses has to move himself away. The Diffusal Blade to slow him down. Kiyotaka, Shield Crash. He's got the buyback here from Afro Ninja, but they're going to lose to tier 3. And yeah, still 20 seconds without the Luna. Crystallize, he wants to go to work. Takes that tier 3 tower. Do they want to go for any more? Is it just time to leave? With the Kiyotaka illusions going forward now as well. 15 seconds on the Luna. It looks like Team, they're going to count their wins and get themselves out.
Oh, Vityun really messed up. He really messed up by dying there. I mean, he should have known, just like Kiyotaka knew roughly where the enemies are, he should have known that that's where they roughly are as well. And he still showed his face. And the second that the Luna dies, you do not have the constant output of damage on the side of 9 Pandas, giving Team kind of a free reign to do whatever they want.
Yeah, Pangolier going towards his Ags, and was that purely just then, is that the target that Team need to look for at the start of every fight? Just get that Luna down? It's
hard if the fight is 5 versus 5, but It was just an opening. Luna is still a hero if she pops the BKB runs in, something that you should try to ignore, or at least don't allow her to attack multiple heroes at once.
And look at this. They might be able to go into the Phoenix here, but yeah, VTune, he's started on the... In fact, he might have just completed the butterfly now, but already Crystallize has seen this. He's like, you know what, we're going to get an MKB on this, but it's going to be a while away, but it's still going to be, you know, he's already got that momentum that he needs. AC's a Diffusal Blade, he's got the Harpoon, so he's like, yeah, okay, no, I can definitely go next item MKB.
So this is the timing now for 9 Pandas. This is where they are super strong. I really like this. They forced Team into the base, and now they're fast smoking to a place where Team want to go to regain control of the map, and it's not going to be allowed as 9 Pandas are already going to be there ready for battle.
I mean, this Dragon Form's about halfway through as well, so you do still have a decent amount of time if you can find somebody. Ramses, he's in that Black Dragon Form, he's got his Axe, and who have they found? Well, this might actually be a really nice one. Yeah, they take down the Phoenix. The Phoenix doesn't have a buyback here either, but VTune, he gets caught out. The pulverized BKB goes. Is he going to get the Waters Punch off? Do they have the damage onto VTune? VTune going to be using that Manta style now as well, trying to get himself away from this one and chase on onto Eknot. Eknot taking so much damage, and he will be finished off there by the Lucent Beam. Crystallize has to get this Burr away. Infernal, he might just sacrifice his life, or sacrifice a lot of damage here at least, to try and get the Crystallized Burr out. Who bought back? It's going to be Eknot, and now they want to try and turn. Actually, he's going to be Kiyotaka. He has to Manta out. He was rooted up. Infernal, he's pretty darn low. Does he go down to this one? Backlines, they've got the they take down the Burr, and that Burr is down for resummon, so 120 seconds on the cooldown on this one. Do they want to go for any more?
They went for the Luna, they couldn't get the kill, but at least getting the Luna low allowed them to have some kind of a chance in that fight not to get completely ran down. So it seems like Luna is really the target. If you allow VTune to do whatever he wants, he's going to rip you apart. And here, even if he runs away, at least your heroes are going to be somewhat safe, as it takes a very long time for the other 4 of 9 Pandas to really bring somebody down.
Yeah, and don't forget, that was with the Supernova being unavailable. You know, the Phoenix died before that fight even broke out, so maybe with the Supernova, Sunray's doing a lot of damage, keeping heroes alive as well. Team probably get a good couple of heroes out of this, and now BKBs are down, or at least onto VTune Ramses. But this one forward going to be seen, though. They get the jump onto Clinks. Clinks going to get himself away from this one. Moonlight, Snowball for the protection, is going to be able to get this dive in as well. Roger's going to get really down low. BKB comes out from Ramses, and now you've got the damage as well. Alpha Ninja on the back line. He wants to get onto Eknot. Eknot did buy back in that last fight. Ramses, though, he's going to be taking that Supernova Sunray damage. If they get the break onto this one, he does get taken down in the end. Alpha Ninja going to try and go for Crystallize. Crystallize is pretty down low on health, and again, he's already reached some of that Burr. He is dead, and now VTune with the Eclipse coming out once again. Primal Beast. Moonlight
is back?
He has to, yeah, he died. This is a dieback. This is a dieback on Moonlight. He's gone.
Oh boy, they thought, okay, they're in our territory, we have the outpost here, we're gonna crush them, and no, you're not. With VTune being alive in that fight, you mentioned it, he had his BKB on cooldown, but only for around 15 seconds, so he was just staying in the back. Him having the level 20 talent allows him to spam the Lucent Beams from the back and still do pretty well for himself, and the second that he started going into that fight was a problem. Also, one very important thing, and a really nice play from 9 Pandas, the Weaver and the Dragonite focusing on the egg. That was the biggest play of the fight. The second that the egg dropped, it allowed VTune to pop his BKB and do whatever the hell he wants. Yeah,
and now, yeah, like you say, free Roshan, it's a cheese, it's an Aegis. It's a dieback on, so you've already forced the buyback out of the Clinks as well as the Tusk here in these fights. You got the dieback out, you took the Burr down. I mean, the Burr's going to be resummoned because Crystallize died, so he was on, you know, by the time he respawns, it's off cooldown now as well, but it slows down. In fact, he's going to change his mind. He's not going to go for the MKB. He wants this Basher. He needs the control against the Weaver, against the Pangolier, and to a point up against the Dragonite, you know, he needs this control to come out and going to shift back to a Basher.
You need to save your egg. I think that's the thing. Egg not popping in the fight means you're probably gonna lose it. But if the egg pops, that long stun can change everything.
Oh, Infernal. He blinks, but he blinks into a Lucent Beam now. VTune, he's got that Aegis, and it is 9 Pandas on the front foot. What are they going to do with this one? I mean, you've got this Aegis, you've got a Luna as well. Do you really want to try and force out a high ground push? You've already got 2 buybacks out of this as well. So Luna, is this the time with the Butterfly as well as the Satanic?
Yes, you want to go now, especially because the glyph is down. You don't want to allow that to refresh by the timer and then have another one once the tower does fall.
Okay, you see Infernal, he's prowling around the front of his base. Lucent Beam comes out, Infernal here now as well. Ramses, he jumps himself in, he's in that Black Dragon form as well. Look at the damage coming through, and Infernal's going to be taking all of it. Couldn't get that Blade Mail off until he had only about half of his health left. He's going to be taken down here, and this is where VTune is going to look really darn scary on this Luna. These racks are going to disappear. Yeah, fortification comes out. They forced it out once again, but they're going to dive onto the back lines. Do they get the damage out now as well? Crystallize is going to send the burr in. The Roar comes out as well, but the Dragon Knight is going to turn with the BKB. Crystallize is going to be doing a lot of damage to this Dragon Knight now. He's going to try and get himself out of this one. Infernal, he comes right back into this one. This is going to be a buyback on the Primal Beast, and just look at the glaives though, bouncing around absolutely everybody. That's a dieback on the Primal Beast. Crystallize, he might lose his burr. Sunray, it's not going to keep the Primal Beast alive, and you got Afro Ninja now as well with time lapse. So Kiyotaka going to be bounced around by these ice shards, but he's got that swashbuckler away, and this might actually be a trap on Eknot, and Eknot just goes into it. Snowball, but how long is that going to keep him alive here? Ramses gets low. Ramses will go down. No cheese for him. They lose Roger now as well. Supernova does come through, but it looks like VTune just wants to carry on going. Takes down the burr. Burr resummon. That's going to be on cooldown now. 118 seconds.
They got what they came for.
Absolutely.
The buybacks, they got the dieback. They are very, very happy with this one. Plus, if the bear dies, it is a huge problem for Team now in the next minute and a half. So overall, very nice for 9Pandas. They didn't really have to force this. They could have just taken their axes and gotten out scot-free, which would have been pretty solid as well. But as you mentioned, they did swap out some of the players, so they're probably trying to test out the limits, to test out their communications, to see actually how they can be a better team together.
Yeah. And if they get through here, because you've got to think it's going to be one of BetBoom, VP, and 9Pandas that don't get through into ESL Kuala Lumpur. So, you know, as you say, you need to be on point. You need to be at the tip-top of your game. So maybe this is how they try and deal with that. And make sure that they're not the ones missing out coming through. I mean, they are in the lower bracket, so it's a little bit trickier for them, but you'd think out of all of the names, the 8 teams, you know, they would be one of the 3, I'd say, top 3 in contention, as they might be able to get this dive onto Eknot. Eknot Snowball's going to waste a little bit of time, but it just means Kiyotaka going to be able to drag back the Tuskers a little bit further, and VTune should be able to get the kill.
Yeah, VTune, he does finish him off, and he doesn't have a buyback. Though right now, I wouldn't be surprised if 9Pandas take it slowly, as the next Roach won't be responding for quite some time. So usually in these situations, the safe play is to take down the tier 2s.
Okay, and we can see, I mean, there is the 2 left, top lane, mid lane here as well. VTune wants to come in. Aegis, how long's left on the Aegis? 1 minute and 10 seconds here for Luna, and Luna, hell, the entire team behind her here. You've got the Dragon Knight in the Dragon form. They might not stop here. Yeah, you're gonna have the catapults coming through as well in this next creep wave. Double catapults as well, so you want to do a lot of siege damage here. And the Dragon Knight as well as Luna will just enable you to do this one. This tier 3 tower, it is gonna fall.
Oh, they're taking it down. They still had that 1 minute left on the Aegis, so really seems like no reason to stop. With no glyph available, we all know what the Luna does. You can't even get close. The supports, they can't even look at their axes or they're gonna die.
And you can see in terms of buyback, you know, who's got it on the Radiant side? The Phoenix, is that it? One big fight here, team, they're gonna lose their entire side. They might just lose the game.
I mean, you're not in a position to really save for buyback. Klinks did buy a Hex, and we'll see just how much that item does change for him in this game. The Dragon form is gonna be down, so you have the 30 seconds downtime, and you probably should try to use it.
Yeah, look at this now as well. The ward went down. They spotted that 9Pandas were trying to go for the Tormentor here, so it looks like Team are going to be able to get it instead. Eknot does get the shard. That's not bad, you know, being able to mess around with those ice shards, he upgraded on that. He wants to go towards the Aghanim Scepter, which could be a big pickup here for the side of Team, but it just feels like if anyone gets kicked back into the waiting arms, 9Pandas just say, cool, we were going there anyway.
The thing is, you might look at it and think, oh, it's only 1,000 gold away. The thing is, he's not the one that's going to be given priority at this part of the game.
Nope. And now Infernal again, no buyback. It is down for the next 4 minutes here. Sunray trying to keep him alive. He's just crawling his way, but all he's going to do is crawl into his grave here. And again, you've got those lucent beams bouncing the glaives around. You've got the damage coming out. You might be able to... You won't even drag Roger up onto the high ground here with a harpoon and Moonlight. Everybody's going to be forced back. This is going to be Megas. Now, I think this is going to be Megas, and I don't think 9Pandas are going to have the same problem they had in that last match where, you know, the team were holding Megas for 20 minutes. I think they could potentially look to do a lot of more damage. Force out... I mean, they don't have any buybacks to force out. If you force out this fight, you win it. You win the game.
Their communication is probably, guys, megas don't mean anything. Play harder.
Yeah, so that's going to be the buyback on the Phoenix. If they want to, Eknar's buyback is back up. You've got 45 seconds on the Clinx's buyback here. Crystallize as well. He can't lose that burr if he resummons it. Crystallize, he's going to be forced right the way back, and you can see the bounce around. That's the dieback on the Tusk. That's the everybody going to be gone, and I think this is going to be GG. Crystallize calls it, and 9 Pandas, they take game number 1.
Yeah, they definitely, that's what their comms sounded like, as they were completely not focusing on the Raxes. They were just focusing on the heroes. This is how you win games, and well, they did get burned in the upper bracket, not gonna be happening in the lower bracket. They win game number 1. Even though there were shining moments for Team, overall, in terms of understanding what you need to do to win, 9 Pandas definitely looked like they had it all together in this game, and Team were all around the place.
Yeah, and that does mean that now 9 Pandas, they go a game up against Team. This is an elimination match, you know, you have no more chances after this, so they have to pull it out in the second game. But 9 Pandas, after a little bit of a shaky start, they still didn't get the most kills in the game. 27 on Team, 26 on 9 Pandas, but with a 32k net worth lead, they did not care. They did wait, they bided their time, they waited it out, they found their power points, and they showed Team why they were at TI. So we're going to be taking another quick break, guys, in about 10 minutes.